Hello, everybody. What a fantastically packed room. Thank you so much to the Flutie Foundation, both for supporting our work and for allowing us to present to you guys today. It's really wonderful to be in this community and to be talking to people who really get what it is we're doing. Camp Shriver, what we like to say is we're lucky to live in a world that's becoming ever more inclusive. And at Camp Shriver, what we try to do is really push the boundaries of what it means to be inclusive. So at our camp, it's not just about being physically present, it's about being socially accepted. So what we do is we have a model of inclusion where, as Lisa mentioned, half of our kids have either an intellectual or developmental disability. We make sure that every single part of our program, from transportation to the team structure to every activity the kids play, it's all adapted for the needs of children with disabilities. And finally, our staff are not informed which particular camper has a disability and which isn't. So only the director and our inclusion specialist really know. And we do that so our staff is always motivated to adapt every activity, every behavior management strategy to the particular child, their skills, their abilities, and they're not focusing on a particular label. And we do all those things so that we feel like we're creating the most inclusive and welcoming and supportive community for all of our kids. We're, as Lisa mentioned, free camp. We have a 4-week summer session. During the year, we host programming on Saturdays, twice during the month. And we continue to find that the need is growing, especially the need to serve children with autism. And thanks to the addition of inclusion specialists to our staff, thanks to support from organizations like the Flutie Foundation, we've been able to provide more services. And back in 2010, 10% of our community were kids with autism, and now in 2016, that number is up to 33%. So we're hoping to ever continue to expand and become more inclusive and to provide services where we need it. And Mark's going to talk to you a little bit more in depth about what those services are.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Mark Spoladoro, and I'm the director of the camp. And as Barbara said, I get saddled with how to make this work, and it becomes increasingly challenging every year. I think it's a challenge that I love to take on. It challenges me, then it challenges my staff. And what happens is that the process begins with the camper themselves. You know, our intake process is so in-depth. I make sure that my inclusion coordinator and all of our folks make sure that we have the most up-to-date and accurate information for our campers, so that then I can go ahead and provide the best services for all of our campers to succeed. And the next step in that process is getting the staff that's going to be used to support those folks. I go out and recruit staff that have experience with campers with a disability. I go out and find teachers that I know that have worked with kids with a disability, phys ed teachers that I work with, other folks from other programs that are looking to change programs. People with experience really work. I think one unique thing that we have started, and this goes back to Barbara's efforts in raising funds, is that we go to high schools now, and we talk to their community programs and tell them about our program. And kids these days at the high school level, they're all about inclusion. They're already in it. They're in it full time now, and that's so great and helpful to us that we'll bring them in as high school juniors, put them in our internship program which we developed, which we teach them the way of the world of Camp Shriver and how we do things, how we help kids create social inclusion, how they get better as social kids, and what we do, our activities that we use to do that. And then from that point on, they become junior counselors, they become senior counselors. We hold on to campers. We retain our counselors as well. And I think that is the biggest key to our success, is our ability to retain our staff. That has a lot to do with our early intervention with them and really showing them what we do. And I think the other thing is that we've realized the model works, and that our ability to create a family environment for the 4 weeks that we're in camp works and that they're so excited during the camp that they want to come back. So I think that that helps. The other thing that after the staffing piece, I look at really the whole universal design of how the program is going to work and what it takes to make sure that the activities and planned are coordinated and that there are layers to those activities and that the equipment is available to change the activity to meet the needs of every individual camper. I make sure that the schedule flows through high and low activities and the fact that the routines and things that are set in place that the staff models are all good tools to use, not just for campers with a disability, but for all campers, right? So that's that whole universal design piece that we try to infuse into our program. We had a camper this past summer, and this is probably the whole reason we do what we do. She's a camper, she's a Boston Public Schools child who has severe autism, who has never been to camp before because the mom couldn't find a camp for her. The mom came to us, we looked at her IEP, my inclusion specialist looked at everything she could, talked to the teacher, she talked to the mom. They came to visit the program before camp even started so that the child and the mother saw what was going to happen, where it was going to happen. Mom brought the child to camp first day. She came in, we got her acclimated, mom left. I would say by the end of the first week, mom came back in, she dropped her off, picked her up every day. She was so excited that her daughter looked forward to going to camp every day. She looked forward to going to bed knowing that she was going to get up in the morning, she was going to come to camp the next day. She was a nonverbal camper, but communicated in her own way, and we finally understood a lot about what she was doing. The other kids in camp finally understood what she was looking to do. And the staff always know we got to keep an eye on Selena. Where's Selena? Just make sure we know where Selena is. One day we lost Selena. Where'd Selena go? I don't know. So I'm going, oh my God, go find Selena. Where's Selena? Selena's sitting in the middle of the field with 4 other campers doing GIMP. All on her own. The kids accepted her in, and it was probably, I'm getting chills telling the story because like, come see, we all kind of sneak around and look around like, oh my God, this is exactly why we do what we do. So that's kind of my feel-good story of Camp Shriver and what we do. I think just a lot of things that I've learned over the years. I've been doing this a long time, and I think a lot of it's been through trial and error, and there are a few things that I really find that really works for campers with a disability. And schedule boards so they know what's coming up. That's one of those universal design things that it helps everybody, because as a director, as a camp counselor, as a teacher, the biggest thing is, oh, when are we going swimming? When's the gym? What's for lunch? Well, all that stuff is there. They go over every day, and it's one of those things that helps everybody. And I think the other thing that we do to help specifically kids on the spectrum is we give them an individual schedule that they can follow throughout the day, and they'll have a Sharpie or an expo marker where they can kind of check off what they did. Some of them we use stickers so that they're always in tune as to where they're going, what the expectation is, and those are some of the things that help. So without the help of the support of the Flutie Foundation, a lot of these things we wouldn't be able to do, so thank you to the foundation for that, and thank you for your few minutes today. Do you want to say? Yeah. So Barbara and I always talk about, oh, how can we promote camp? How do we sell camp? And I would say, well, just bring them to camp. I mean, once you see camp, you'll love our kids, you'll love our staff, you'll see what they do. Unfortunately, you all couldn't come to camp today, so we're going to bring camp to you.
Time to pack my bags and leave. Finally, I feel the air I breathe in. I consider life become a light of me. Well, in your lights, I'll always be. Oh, I don't know where I am, but if
Getting to be with all the kids.
My favorite part is swimming. Swimming is one of my favorites, and I like doing free time. I like to go under the water and stuff like that. And yeah, I like swimming.
About camp.
I like to eat, and I like to swim.
Favorite part about camp?
The kids!
Again, favorite part about camp?
Having fun.
Favorite part about camp?
Everything.
Favorite part about camp?
Yeah.
As close as we can get, but you all are very welcome to come see camp. So for our last note, as a program of a research institute at the University of Massachusetts, Boston, we have an amazing evaluation. I cannot, of course, go through all of it, but just to focus in on one small part of it, 2 social skills that we identify as being really important for inclusion to take place is inviting other campers to play with you and offering to help other campers. When kids come to camp, about 20% of them are demonstrating this skill always or often. By the time camp is over, those numbers are 90 and 88%. So we know that we're doing something that is impactful, and it's our hope that our kids with disabilities are acquiring the social skills so that when they leave Camp Shriver, they want to join a sports team, they can join a sports team. And for our kids without disabilities, that they're learning, again, the same kind of social skills so that they're creating welcoming and inclusive communities no matter where they are, whether that's at school or they're on that soccer team. Anything else? All right, thank you for your time today.